welcome to the Awakening and the Crypto podcast. And you'll understand why I'm actually combining both of these. The guest that I'm going to bring on will be talking about professional tax. He's classed as a professional tax evader, undocumented motorist, and a life-saving drug smuggler. And just before I introduce him, I just want to say that I didn't get shows out for about a month because I had an accident. I slipped on ice in my garden and I fractured my spine, my vertebrae, and my pelvis. So I'm wearing a brace, hence why I don't usually wear clothes like this. And that's why the shows haven't gone out. Find everything about me, scan the QR code, go to roycollin.com. And if you're looking for virtual assistance, go to va.org. Now, my guest, I've read his book, Crash the Fed, The Only Way to End It, and he's known as Taxation Is Theft Behrman. That's the correct way I usually chat. Yeah. so I'm looking forward to this because I totally agree with you. So welcome to the show, Dan.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. So I suppose, like, one of the things that kind of you ran for the presidential election in 2020, so that'll grab people's attention straight away. But before we kind of delve into that, I want to know, how did this all come about that you kind of realize taxation? What was your journey into kind of realizing something's up?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always kind of been defiant, and when I was younger, I had like an entrepreneurial spirit, so I was trying to start businesses, and I was always being told, well, you have to make sure you register with the government, you get your business license and your tax forms, excuse me, and I was just like, wait a minute, so you're telling me out of this little bit of money that I'm going to make, I have to collect extra money and give it to the government, and then out of my profits, I have to give them even more, and it just didn't make sense to me. So, just being a little bit defiant, I kind of resisted the idea. And as I got older, I kind of figured out, how do I push back? And of course, the first thing my first opportunity to actually push back was when I started getting traffic tickets when I got my driver's license. So yeah, it's really just kind of always been there with me. And then, having these conversations with these people who try to tell me that I have to participate in this, they never really had a good explanation that I could accept and say like, oh, that makes sense. It was always like, it still sounds like I'm getting robbed here. How are you guys okay with this?